Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And off we go to wrap up the week on a Monday night. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 41-yard line. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And some room to maneuver. The 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Ravens 7, Bears nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage. Field at the 49.
He was brought down by Von Bell. A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd and 7.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields steps away to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Now that's a tough throw because he's moving to his left. He's got to get his shoulders pointed back right to throw it all the way across field to try and connect. Unable to do so.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
On 2nd and 12, Fields. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Fields. And that is incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
Now here's Trenton Gill on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And take it right on the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's complete. Left side to Bateman. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Throwing is Jackson. He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins. Touchdown! J.K. Dobbins. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw is Fields. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Odafe Owe able to record his 5th sack of the season. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
He finds his man, complete. It's Bush. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. Here's Trenton Gill now. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 33. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a good 1st half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And some room to work. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Jackson on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll run with Dobbins, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And he fires one that's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So time it up for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Throw left side complete. That's Bush. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just boom and hit.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Out of the gun, Fields. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Fields. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
The ball comes out, and this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that Dobbins hit and he fumbles. And this is picked up by the Bears. And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want them to be conscious of taking care of the football.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Fields. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
After the sack on 1st down, Fields under pressure. They got him again. Tyus Bowser, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will stay a 3-touchdown game. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A shotgun snap, Fields. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Ravens are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 63 yards on the ground here for Dobbins. And a first down coming up. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Second and 2. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
He'll find Bateman once more, and he'll be brought down at the 27. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Down inside the 10, and he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there at 22. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Tucker now to add the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he is going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. What a mess that was.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bush. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, Fields. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. On 1st down, it's Fields. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays...
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Tyus Bowser with a pick. And the Ravens are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And they will take a knee here. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll get this up only to about the 22. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Ravens, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the season is really nosediving now as they fall to 2-12. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.
Come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, they close, I'm that shine in the light. I can make an earthquake nervous. I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm, I bet. I can make the thunder clap